I'm going to say this, and I don't know if I'm going to publish this in or not. But what triggered me is yesterday, my dad contacted me, and he hasn't asked me where I'm staying since the last time I spoke to him. And he's been different. He's been really nice to me. And so I don't know if one of my siblings told him that I was sleeping in my car or whatnot, but he's been really nice. Which is odd for my father because my dad is he's a very tough guy, and with me especially, nobody ever has to worry about Tonya. That's part of the reason that, people see my videos and they're like, there's no way that you're really displaced. Look at you. You're too strong. You're not broken. This, that, and the other. People never worry about Tonya, and it's like, I have found that even when I ask for help, sometimes people are like, oh no, you got it. I have full faith that you'll be able to do it. And so people end up not really helping because they're like, oh, you got it, you'll be all right. And even now, people, it's a testament to how strong people must think that I am, because there's so many people who are coming out with all types of attacks against me, and just like ants swarming rather than helping. But this is not a new theme for me. Rather than take the chance and think that I need help, people would rather take the chance and feel that I don't, and then therefore try to beat me down. I think that that's a testament to how strong people, what they think of me in terms of just the sheer level of strength. Because you know what, and it's like, okay, so there are some people who think that I'm scamming. The thing is that nobody would really know for sure unless you feel inside your heart and you feel for me, and unless you're in my personal circle, then for sure what the situation is. But it's like people who are removed, they would rather err on the side of harming me than helping me. It's not a new theme, because all throughout my life people have always thought that I was just so strong. I don't know if this comes with being a black woman, a black person, or just the human being that I am in this space that I hold in this world. But nonetheless, so my father, because I'm the middle child, so he's always treated me kind of, oh, you got this, I don't have to worry about you. He spends his time, or throughout my life, the time has been spent on the oldest and the youngest. And me, I've just really just had to kind of fend for myself. And so I fended for myself, and I have continued to fend for myself over these years. But over the past week, my dad has been really nice to me, which is interesting. It kind of was like, what really kind of just broke me inside was yesterday he went to go pay a bill for me. And I didn't ask him to pay this bill. It's a bill that I had been behind on and struggling to keep up with. And when I say that my father paid the bill for me, he paid it off in full. And it was thousands of dollars. It was a bill that I had been struggling with for the past year, and I had been keeping up with it until I was rendered displaced. And then it really started to get out of control. And without me even having to ask, without me saying anything, he called me to let me know that he was on his way to the bank so that he could pay it off. And that's when I lost it. Said that he was on his way to pay it. And that broke me inside. I couldn't even thank him. I sat there in just shock and disbelief, and just trying to think of a way that I could pay him back, because part of the reason that I didn't want my father to know that I was displaced in the first place is because he's retired and he's on a fixed income, And one of his hesitations in retiring and leaving the United States was that he wanted to make sure that I was okay. He wanted me to be married, and he wanted me to have stable employment and stable living conditions, and he wanted me to be all right. And I took a big chance by closing my business, and things haven't worked out as I thought that they would. And I'm the one who always has money. I'm the one who always has everything under control. And everything feels so out of control right now. And when he paid that bill, I felt like I had failed. I felt like my failure is prominent and evident, and just this ever-blazing scorch, this smear on me that will never wipe away. It's like, how do I come back from this? How do I come back from this? Because it'll always be there as a stain. I feel like I have failed. To be over 40 and having my retired father pay bills for me, I feel like I have failed. And I feel like there's so many people rooting for me. And I feel like I have to do something. There's so many people who have invested in me going further from here, people who love me. And you know what? I'll say this, right? Now, I don't know. I don't know if my father knows that I'm displaced or not. I don't know if he would even understand why. No, because, my mother died when I was really young, and so I know that there is no love like a mother's love. There's none. And when my father offered to pay that bill for me, I think that for too long I had underestimated the grace and forgiveness and all-encompassing of a father's love. And I think that sorry, God, I'm in so much pain right now. I guess parents love their children regardless of how badly they mess up. I guess parents want their children to be all right no matter what. And so I guess depending on the parent, the right type of parent, that parent, the right type of parent got water everywhere, God. I guess, the right type of parent, a certain type of parent, I don't know, will even sacrifice themselves for their children. And I feel horrible. I feel horrible. I feel horrible, and I feel like now more than ever I gotta do this. I have to do this. And I feel bad because I don't know what the future holds, and I feel like I've messed up. I've messed up so badly. I feel like I've messed up, and I don't know what the future holds, and I don't know what's on the other side. It's like everything is so gray and murky right here. It's like I'm in the thick of it. I'm in the thick of it, and I'm in a, you know what, throughout this, I look awful. Throughout this process, I have definitely felt the energy of my mother and my mother's mother, and I felt these warrior spirit, these matriarchs, these warrior women. I felt their energies around me, and I gotta pull down from deep inside, and I gotta stop this self-abuse business. I gotta stop this. I gotta keep myself healthy and keep myself right, and I gotta keep myself pushing and moving on, and this feeling sorry for myself craziness, because if I want to talk about a warrior woman, I need to also talk about myself, and I need to connect to that Tonya of the future. And if that Tonya of the future were going to tell me something today, what would that Tonya of the future tell me? And she would tell me not to worry, that it's going to be all right, and that these tears and these pains and all of this drama polluting my system right now is all unnecessary, because at the end of the day, it is going to be all right. I'm going to be all right. If I had to receive a message back from the Tonya of the future, what would she tell me? And she would tell me to just keep pushing on, keep looking, to search. That there's something that I haven't seen yet or haven't tried yet, but that there's a breakthrough that's about to happen. That's what she would tell me. But that the process, that this journey, this thickening of the soul, this ripening of the soul, of the human experience right now, is what I do with this right now. What am I going to do? What am I going to do right now? What am I going to do with this right now? How do I process this? What do I do with the information given to me right now? They say hindsight is always 20/20, but it's when you're in the middle of it and you are trying to see over your current situation, your current surrounding, that it's difficult. I'm going to spend some time connecting to Tonya of the future and really just pulling upon my own energy from the middle of from my root chakra, my solar plexus. But I'm going to align all of my chakras. I'm going to dig deep within. I have to replenish myself with some water. I'm exhausted right now. I'm exhausted from all of that energy. I'm spent because my energy spends most of my time outside of my body. Many people won't understand what it's like to be an empath and not being able to recenter and reground yourself, and to have your energy and to be surrounded by so many people and not really be able to stay within your own energy and absorb all of these different energies, and not really I feel frazzled and I'm exhausted right now. Let me get out of here. I could use a hug now more than ever. Thank you. You all help to the positive energies that you all send me really do help to fortify me. It does. So continue to send those positive energies. I am still in the thick of this, and I'm still pushing on. Failure is not an option. There's no need to even mention it. There was no need to even say that sentence, because since it's not an option, it's not even up on the table for discussion. but how do I succeed from where it is that I am right now? How do I accomplish what it is that I want to accomplish from where it is that I am right now? Listen, hug me. I need a hug and then I'm gonna go. Oh. I love you all very, very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Love yourself. And loving yourself is forgiving yourself. Loving yourself is sometimes shining a light on what it is that you're doing that you know you should not be doing, which is not in the highest interest of self-love. So then I would say loving yourself is shining a light on those things which are not self-love and removing those things. Shining a light on the things which are not self-love. Loving yourself is shining a light on that which is not self-love. And once you shine the light on it and peer at it, what do you do with it? What am I going to do with all of this? But I'm going to let you guys know whether or not I was able to refrain from these chips and whether or not I was able to moderate, the eating of these bagels and the cream cheese. I'll let you guys know, because I have made you all a witness to this nonsense. Who is it that I'm going to choose to be? Who is it that you're going to choose to be? This is my affliction right here, but we all have something. What is it that you are afflicted with? What is your crutch? What is your go-to? What is your form of self-abuse? And what are you going to do? What choices are you going to make to shine a light on that which is not self-love? What are you going to do? I'll let you know what happens with this, and I'll be completely honest with you too. I love you all very, very much. Okay? And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. Thank you for being a part of the story. I love you all. TonyaTko, and I'm out.
Next time on the Displacement for the Dream Diaries.
You all saved me last night. You saved me. It's easy to sit back and criticize other people's style of dysfunction, but we all have them. Tonya, you're so stupid. How could you do things that way? In denial of other things that you're in denial about. If there's something that you're struggling with or battling with in your life,